Hello, everybody. Welcome. Okay, let me make sure I don't see the comments. Swipe left, right. Okay, so today I want to talk to you all about the 5 ways in which modern living keeps us tired, anxious, and irritable. But first of all, I have to say happy Ramadan to all my sisters observing. I hope that your Ramadan is easy and there's lots of personal growth and that the weather is temperate and that you enjoy lots of healthy yet yummy food. I, of course, am in my 8th month of pregnancy, so I cannot fast, but I really enjoyed the break that I took last year because I wasn't breastfeeding or pregnant. Then I was able to fast, which was awesome and super rewarding. And so I just want to wish you all happy Ramadan. And then getting into the meat of the subject that we're talking about today, the 5 ways in which modern living keeps us, especially stay-at-home moms, tired, anxious, and irritable. So, it couldn't come at a better time that I have to talk about this because I don't want to say stuck because we're moving into a country home. This was our goal. This was the thing that we really wanted to do, and that's happening hopefully this weekend. If not, then next week, God willing. But a necessary step that we've had to take is to stay in a hotel temporarily. You probably noticed the stuff in the background is obviously not a house, but I'm in this really cramped and sort of like noisy, and there's electronics everywhere, and the elevator is like right behind us and everything, and I feel pretty tired because I've been staying here and because of all the stuff that comes along with moving. So I couldn't think of a more appropriate time to remind myself and everyone else and to get us back on track for how it is that we should be living. So a few of the huge ways that modern living keeps us negative and unhealthy, and all the horrible things that I already said, tired, anxious, and irritable. Why do we not want to be in those ways as moms? Well, when we're tired, but we don't have the energy to do the things that we want to do with our children, let alone feel good about ourselves and what we're doing on a daily basis. And then when we're anxious, we are way too focused on things that could go wrong, or just stressed out about stuff that we are actually just preoccupied, both with being tired and then with worrying that things won't go right. Because, when you're tired and irritable, you get into a negative tailspin, and that doesn't help anybody. And then, of course, being irritable makes us snap, and it gets us even further down that negative spiral. So none of those things are helpful when we are trying to be intentional, peaceful, positive parents that actually enjoy our day-to-day lives. So one of the things I wanted to bring up today, this is number 1, if you are writing these down, because this is a huge modern problem that we have. And this is electromagnetic pollution. So in the modern day, thank God we have a bunch of tools that make our lives easier, right? But there's always a line between too much and just enough. And oftentimes we can see technology as sort of a replacement for all simple things, all things, because we tend to think that, what's bigger, what's better, what's shinier, what's newer, what's faster, and this is not always a good thing. And we can see this with the the Wi-Fi constantly being on anywhere we go. There's actually, I went to a conference this last weekend, and there was a talk about how the Wi-Fi, and you can look this up because I certainly am not somebody that studies this particular subject, but other people do, thankfully. And about how the balance between the electrons, I believe, in our cells is super disrupted by certain frequencies. And Wi-Fi is one of those things that disrupts the frequency. So I'm not saying don't use it at all or whatever, but we have to keep in mind that what do most homes have these days? Most homes, average homes have Wi-Fi that's connected all the time. We have it plugged in all day, and then we have it plugged in all night. And if you're not familiar with Wi-Fi, the router in your home is where the Wi-Fi will be effectively turned on and off. So if you want to control for that, then you could turn that off at night when you sleep, so that your body and your brain at least get a break from the Wi-Fi frequency. Another thing and these are things that you can change now or in the long term, but all the chemical residues that come off of conventional cleaning products and beauty products. So those are, things that you clean with. You clean your kitchen with, you clean your bathroom with. Everybody's breathing it in. Everybody is touching it. And then, you know how kids touch things and then they touch their face and then they pick their nose. And I mean, it's just, and they put their hands in their mouth afterward. Like, you do not want to be having toxic residue all over your household. It not only will make the people in your household sick, but it also disrupts the hormones. Your hormones are disrupted by one of the main things that disrupt your hormones are the synthetic fragrances that are in all of these things. So when you see something at the store and it says like the fragrance is Mountain Fresh or Fresh Linen or something, they didn't actually cut bark off of a tree in nature and like take the oil out of it and put it into your cleaning product. They actually just went out and smelled the air and then tried to replicate that smell with synthetic chemicals. So that's not something that you want in your home. That will make hormone disruption will make you tired, will make you sick, will make you everything that you don't want to be. So what you could do for that is you could replace them with non-toxic cleaners, and you can make your own at home too. There's super easy ways to make natural cleaners at home. One example that I just came across the other day that I really loved was taking the orange peel that you'd eaten with, right? Putting it in a glass jar, filling the glass jar with white vinegar that you can get almost anywhere. Letting it sit there and steep for maybe a day. I don't know how long it was. And then emptying it, straining out the peels, whatever. And there you got a cleaner. You got a natural cleaner. Another thing you could do for your beauty products is that you could get, for lotion, for example, you could get just raw shea butter or raw cocoa butter or you could look for, if you know what you're looking for, you can look for a non-toxic brand of lotion. The third thing is that, let's see, I can't read my own writing. Oh, the blue lights that are emitted from screens. And I go over this more in my blog post that I'll link below. But the blue lights that are emitted from screens, unless you adjust your settings, is the same wavelength of light that you see in the early morning that's designed to raise your cortisol levels and get you going for the day. And when you are constantly exposed to this blue light that's on your phone or on your tablet or on your TV or your laptop or whatever device you're using, you're confusing the body's circadian rhythm, and you're telling the body like, oh, you're like, if you're sitting in the dark and you're watching your TV, or your phone, it's like your body, your skin receptors think that it's dark. They think that it's time to go to sleep. And of course, since the sun has already set, your body's thinking it's time to go to sleep. But then your face and your eyeballs and the skin on your face and your neck and everything is confused. It's like, wait, is it daytime? Is it morning? Or is it night? And that can really disrupt your sleep cycles. So what I'd recommend for that would be to either, you can get funky blue light filtering glasses that you can wear. And I have some. I don't use them often, but I really, or you could, which is what I try to do, just try to get to bed earlier and just follow the sun's pattern. It might not always be possible, but you could certainly just lessen the amount of blue light that's emitted. You can alter the settings on your laptop and your phone, for example, to turn on a red light filter when it's daytime. So you could do that, and you could try, if you wanted to get to bed earlier. And you could just minimize the amount of light that's emitted overall in your home when the sun goes down. And like I said, I talk a lot more about lights and all that stuff in the blog post that I'll link below. And then the fourth one is that we are constantly shut indoors. And we choose this. It's really interesting because we've kind of created our lives around being inside. And so, and we have everything kind of at our fingertips. So it makes it really easy to just stay inside, stay at home, keep everybody inside. And it might even be kind of a comfort zone thing for you to keep your kids inside because they're more controlled, right? You feel like you have more control when you're indoors, which is a mindset thing. But we are missing out on the fresh air, especially if we don't open our windows every day. We're missing out on, nature and connection and exercise and all that good stuff. And it keeps our bodies not regulated. The fifth thing is that we are mostly sedentary these days, which is really sad. That's mentioned a little bit in step 4, but the being sedentary is really all about how we have it easy these days. We don't need to, we can drive in cars to places. We can stay inside all day, like I said. We can sit on the bus and wait for things. We can sit on the airplane and wait for things. We don't really have to physically work super hard for anything in the modern day and age. And that is a mistake. Our bodies are meant to be active. We are meant to not sit all day. We are meant to be moving, to be working, to get blood flow to our muscles, and to just regulate our bodies that way. So that's the fifth way that modern living keeps us tired, irritable, and anxious. So I am actually doing a really exciting challenge in which natural living is going to be one of the main things that I cover. It's a 5-day challenge that I'm doing. And on day 1, I'm going to be covering natural living. I'm super excited. It's all part of this 5 principles for living if you want to truly enjoy every day as a stay-at-home mother. These 5, it's a 5-tiered system that you can follow to make practical, simple, measurable changes in your life to actually see a difference. And I invite you to come join us. I'll put a link below for the challenge. It's at the end of April. I'm going to be going live every day. There's going to be chances for to win in a giveaway and bonuses and all kinds of other really fun stuff. So I invite you to join me. And I look forward to revealing step 3 of 5. Since this is step 2 of 5, because I'm not giving away step 1 until the very last day of the challenge. But step 2 was today, and then step 3 will be on Thursday. So look forward to that live on Thursday. All right, bye guys.